This is going to be a trade recap for 18th of May 2026. So, what I was looking at this chart, I was bearish for the day. So, I didn't actually look into 4 hours or nothing. But before that, I was actually backtesting everything the previous week. That's when I noticed all these 4 hour gaps right there. And as you can see, we are holding bearish, and this is the next John liquidity right here. And also we got a structure shift right here, and then uh we tap into the 4 hour Fibonacci gap and then give us another market structure shift right there. And it is holding bearish, as you can see. So when you go to the 15-minute time frame, right here, we got the 15-minute gap and it's holding. I was bearish. Before, even before market open, we got an inversion right here. And as you can see, this fair value gap, even that one got inversed. And then we even got the market structure shift. But I was so dumb enough to have a limit exactly at that first person, that 15-minute gap, uh, consequent encroachment. So I had my limit right up there, and then hoping that the price would come back into that particular point and then reverse. So it pretty much did, but not at the limit target right there, not at the level of limit target. Or I probably could have taken this inversion right here, but this seems no obvious, right? Like this is not an obvious trade. So that's the reason why I had my stop loss. I mean limits right there, and my stops were about this high right here. So I had a good stop loss, good take profit, which is London low, which eventually got smashed. But this doesn't seems like a good entry. We just literally swept internal lows, another change in state delivery, and then we're holding this bullish fair value gap. So we just did a bearish fair value gap inversion. So that seems the price should actually come up there, but it failed to do it. So, and again, we got an inversion to the down, to the sell side. So that doesn't seem more obvious. Probably this could be another manipulation. At that moment, I thought this could be another manipulation, and then the price would definitely go up again. That was my thought process. And I could have just let it run. So I didn't actually really wanted to chase that trade right there. And after that, I gotta go work. So I got into this buy entry at exactly at 12:36. So I literally caught that move in a bus ride. So right here, what was the conviction, right? So basically, we are sweeping all the liquidities for the day, Asian low, London low, and pretty much all the lows, right? So from this point, and we also got a huge volume balance right there. Price started dropping out of nowhere, or after taking this liquidity right there, and we got a perfect A plus sell engine model, but we don't have a target. This could have been a target, but after that, I don't know. So once after marking all these levels, once after seeing the price breaking 25%, and also we have an inversion after liquidity sweep, 25% broken, and I thought after holding this fair value gap, that seemed like an A plus setup. So I entered off that fair value gap right there. So again, I had a good stop loss right there. So we got this inversion, right? The first inversion, keep below the inversion fair value gap. So even the price can do this, come back into this 50% and then go up. So that can happen. So keeping at the low right there. So price came back in, little bit of drawdown, and then started going up. After seeing this displacement, right? So we also got a 75% extension right there. 75% has been broken through, and this is the final fair value gap that the price has to break in order for the price to keep kind of going up. So that didn't happen. After this, it got reversed. I had after seeing this particular move, I could literally close it right up there, but I just had my stop loss at break even, and then what is it? My take profit was right here, so I probably could have closed that trade, but instead followed my rules, or I didn't actually take a partial because partial for this is right around somewhere here. That doesn't seem like an obvious place to actually take a partial about. And also the reason I didn't actually see that, I didn't actually see uh I was not planning on taking a partial on the straight, but still it's okay. Pretty good for this move and this catch right here. That was a good decision for me to go break even. And after that, again, I saw my price action right here and here. After that, I was seeing the price at here. So these are the two things, right? Three things actually. So I got stopped out of break even. I didn't jump onto another trade right away. I was patiently waiting for this low to get swept. I was doing all this at work. So that was a good patient level. After that, again, I marked up the what's that? This range right here. And that seems really more obvious, right? So we got this range right there. And that was a clear sweep. So pretty much that fall down pretty quick. And that seems like a good volume for us to go look for a reversal right there. So I know for a fact that this move is definitely going to stop out right here. So if I had my stop loss at particularly at the swing low, right, I would have got stopped out and entering the same place where I entered on the straight. So pretty much I would have got stopped out. So what could I prevent, right? Like a little bit more breathing space. So I didn't actually had any convictions to go and put that stop loss right up there. So we are empty. So I just gave it a little bit more breathing room, which is probably around like I usually should have had my stop loss at 50 points or some 35 points to 40 points, somewhere around there. I could have got sticked away and then moved up to my direction. I would have been more pissed. I would have probably would have got into a lot of entries after that, and I would have probably lost my daily loss limit. So it could have, all it could have done, it could have happened, but instead, I just realized at that particular moment before taking this trade, give it a little bit more breathing room or 0.25% risk. So something like that, right? So that really helped me. And also, I had only two contracts on this. That gave me more and more confidence on taking this trade as well as holding this trade. So right after this liquidity sweep, right? What we have an inversion. We got a chain of state delivery right here. That's an obvious entry. If you don't take it, you just missed it. So basically, what happened, that wasn't volume injection right there. So I literally didn't even see the move. And also one more thing that helped me on holding this trade after I had a limit order on this 50% of this fair value gap, and I should have had my stop loss below this low, but instead I gave it a little bit more breathing room. And at this particular time, at the time when I was in drawdown, right, this is the best time. If I would have in the trade, I would have probably closed right after a year or somewhere. I would have probably done some dumb shit. Instead, I just hold this trade. I didn't actually look into the trade after placing a limit order. And after that, When I came back up again, I could see the price moving down to where 50, 75%. I thought the price should reverse at this point of time. But one more thing I noticed right now is right here. So we got a break, right? We never got the retest to 25%. So this is also conviction. I mean, this is also obviously good knowledge to know about where the price can reverse and what it can do, right? So it really didn't actually came back, tapped into the 25% to give us an entry, at least to target this 50% if you want to go 1:1, right? So if your entry is right here, stop loss right there, and that's 1:1. That's more like a tiny scalp, but that could be more. So that's a point right there. Right. So I could have just had my stop loss and break even somewhere below this low, right? Below this candle, I would have never got stopped up. And price still went up, get my top final take profit. But I'm really happy for what I did after these things. So I literally didn't take a trade after that. I closed my phone and just kept it in my pocket. So that was the most important thing that I did after this early close. So if I didn't just look into my phone, probably if I didn't actually look into this trade for 30 to 40 more minutes, not even that, probably 10, 20 minutes, probably, I would have probably been here. How many probablys I might have said now? Fuck. So I would have been here, and yeah, basically, I wouldn't have closed this trade and it would have hit my take profit, or I would have probably closed it based off this theory, right? I have here. This theory I have, which is the candle I mean, body close or the open of the candle. So I would have probably closed here or whatever, probably trailed at the very dumbest place that I can have or whatever it is. I would have basically closed it right there. So that could have happened. So one thing, again and again and again and again, 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 again. How many times? So you need to have much more patience than this. Much more patience. Set and forget. So if I would have literally set this straight and forget, I would have probably had my take profit by now. But here it is. For not being patient enough, I closed it at the worst place. So we still didn't create any fair value gap um, on this leg, by the way. That can also say this is a weak momentum and prices still want to go up. So knowing this was really good. So that was a nice trade recap. And as always, say it out loud every single day. Believe in yourself, believe in God. Anything is possible. You just had to go get it. You already have it. You just gotta go get it. So say this out loud every single day. So I'm done. Believe in yourself. Believe in God. You have it right here. Like all you gotta do is just go get it. Adios.